Thank you very much for this opportunity. How do you describe human rights situation in Iran, especially in Kurdistan and Belochistan regions after Zhina Amine's revolutions?
Let's see. Well, thank you for your question. Well, I'll say it bluntly, Iran's dismal human rights record further deteriorated in 2023 as the regime increasingly targeted members of religious and ethnic minority groups, human rights lawyers, journalists, and civil society activists with intimidation, arrests, lengthy prison sentences, and used sexual violence and torture against prisoners and detainees. The Iranian regime, as I said earlier, expanded its discriminatory measures against women and increased its use of the death penalty, which was often applied after sham trials against defendants who lacked legal counsel. And this was disproportionately applied against members of the Baluchi and Kurdish ethnic minorities. The Iranian regime continued to project its repression abroad, intimidating, harassing, and silencing perceived dissidents beyond its border. The State Department used visa restrictions and economic sanctions to promote accountability for Iranian authorities' human rights violations since the most recent crackdown following the 2022 protests. We have taken action to restrict visas or impose sanctions on over 100 Iranian entities and individuals connected to human rights abuses, including the violent suppression of peaceful assembly. We provided support to help Iranians connect internet with anti-censorship tools, with 30 million Iranians used at the height, which they used this internet that we were able to help with, at the height of the 2022 protests. We issued General License D2, allowing US companies to offer new internet services to Iranians. In the multilateral arena, the US continued to support the fact-finding mission at the UN Human Rights Council that we helped stand up in November 2022. We were also instrumental in working with allies and partners to kick Iran off the UN Commission on the Status of Women. Regarding transnational repression, we worked across the US government to share information and coordinate action, collaborated with like-minded governments and international organizations, conducted outreach to affected individuals and communities, and raised TNR in international fora. So I would say we've been quite engaged.
Thank you, Ben.
Okay, thank you.